I'll get dough. I can't get no sleep, please make my life more simple. But I wouldn't trade a thing for what I have. I go hard, do what I need to make it last. They say the good die young, I hope I'm bad. Cheers to my past.
Okay, welcome to Outlaw Woodworking. Today I'm going to show you a trick that I learned. Now, I don't recommend this. This video is for entertainment purposes only, but I did learn something the hard way, and I thought I would share it. Now, recently my nephew asked me to produce a stencil for him, and basically the stencil could only be 6 inches by 12 inches, and he needed a lot of words on it. So the letters ended up really small, and I had an 1/8 inch plastic zero flute upcut bit. And what I found out was I could not find a stencil. I couldn't find any stencil fonts online that were just a single line. In other words, the 1/8 inch bit would cut the letters right on the line. The only thing I could find was a true type. And right here I found a ruler stencil thin. So it was thin, and I thought, that would work. But what I found out was, I'll go ahead and type something out, Outlaw Woodworking. Okay, now you can see the font is a pretty nice, it's a pretty nice stencil font. So I'm going to go ahead and hit bold, close. Now I'm going to show you what happens here. I'll go ahead and make it bigger, center it on my project. Okay, so if that was the stencil, now you can see between the O, you got a nice big gap, so it should hold that O piece in there, and the A has a lot of room right there. So we'll go over to our toolpath. We'll do a normal profile toolpath, and we got the 1/8 inch diameter bit. Now we're going to be inside, and let's go ahead and look and see what it does. No toolpath generated for current parameters. Yeah, now what happens is this 1/8 inch bit won't fit into here, because this line, what happens is this line in between here it won't be able to, it's somehow, for some reason it won't cut it. And I tried, actually, I went ahead and I figured out a way to run this program. And what would happen is this gap between the A would be real small, and it would blow this center out right here. And the same with the O's. This would end up really a lot closer together for some reason. Now, so really the idea of having a single line is you just want to cut right down the center with an 1/8 inch bit, and you'd have this perfect stencil that you could spray paint. Now, now the best thing you could do is actually find a single line font, but I was unable to find one, and this is all I was able to get that was close to what I could use. So what I did was I tricked the computer, and I did a V-carve. Now what happens when you do a V-carve, it goes down the center. So basically I programmed it with a V-carve toolpath and calculated it, and basically it went right down the center. Of course, it's not going to, now the only difference is that I don't put the V-carve bit in here. So I'm going to run a V-carve toolpath with the plastic 1/8 inch zero flute bit, and it worked perfect. It's not the best way to do that, but I did find that you can basically, if you need to cut down the center of a line, this is basically a two line drawing. And if you need to just run the bit down the center of that line, you can basically just run a V-carve toolpath with your 1/8 inch bit instead of using a V-carve bit. Anyway, it ended up working really well. I did have a lot of failures before I figured this out, but I thought I would share that just in case someone's running into the same problem. And yeah, anyway, thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe, like the video, and I'll see you next time. Later.
Work hard, get dough. I can't get no sleep, which make my life more simple. But I wouldn't trade a thing for what I have. I go hard, do what I need to make it last. They say the good die